Aloha, everyone. It's In Living God here. Happy Mars Day. Ah, I do feel good today. Um, yeah, today I wanted to make this video today because definitely I think I do feel that influence of that Scorpio new moon and stuff, and then everything coming in together today. It's just been a lot more interesting, I can say, because the way things have kind of gone, like at least as far as creating things, like for those who may not know, I am into photography, and um, a lot of the things that I wanted to test out, I did wanted to test out on this channel. Um, there is a project that's right in front of my face. You might see it in my eyes, but um, I don't want to give it away just yet. I'm still working on it. There's still a lot of things to work on, and a lot of things are going back and forth, especially when it comes to having a camera for work and doing things for, you know, I think one of the biggest things that I've definitely had the hardest thing was definitely the communication was hard for me, at least what I thought was hard. Uh, I would say, yeah, being consistent. I wouldn't say it was a time where, yeah, I was consistent, but I think the other thing for me was just the confidence to do it on your own as well. I think that's also something that's been very like intriguing for me as well. Something that's been hard. I mean, the thing is, it's like one of those now or never type situations where you kind of put yourself in a situation where it's like, yeah, could I really make the dreams uh, that I want to create a reality? And I feel like there's this thing where it's hard to like really say, like, because it's like, for me, I guess the hardest thing is like the trends and everything. And like today I was definitely pondering, like, I would love to invest into at least into a good camera that's like will give me, like, at least good quality, at least for shooting some small films or just anything. But I was just like realizing, like, it's difficult sometimes. It's like, and I don't mind paying a high price, but the thing is, just for like what I want to do personally and for personal projects and other projects as well, I feel like it's kind of challenging to just try to like this whole thing of trends and everything. And I was like looking at all these reviews for new cameras and all this stuff, and I don't know why it didn't hit as well as it did in the past, where I would have been like, damn, I want to get this camera, I gotta get this camera for high quality. It's been more so, and it still is a little bit like that, but it's a little bit, it's slowing down a little bit, because it's been one of those things where I just haven't like I'm using a 1.3 megapixel camera, and the other one is 10 megapixels, right? And it's like, I guess it just depends on what I'm really going for, and how, because at the end of the day, it's also just the whole idea of also, um, it's the person behind the camera creating these things. It's not the camera. The camera can give you the quality. It can give you probably the colors and everything that you need, but will it give you will it give you the, like, like, what are you gonna do with it though? Like, like if we had a chance to go back to like VHS handycams, or like cameras from like 10 years ago, and like you would obviously have to find a way to make it good. Like that's what I enjoy using older cameras because you tweak them and then you find that, they were made so smart even back then to like do something, like only the real cool, I'll say like the real cool photographers or videographers would really take those cameras and make them like shine in ways, right? And I think that's the whole trend and everything that you kind of see with like cameras and everything like that. Just people, just it's funny how it happens like that, you know. Like it was just a regular camera. Some people say, "Oh, it's bad. Oh, it only does 720p. Oh, it doesn't have this. It doesn't have that. It's useless." But then you will have like some guy take that camera and then do the most amazing things with it, and then every next thing you know, in the search and everything, everybody's making a review of it. Everybody's trying to copy. Everybody's copying the technique because they're like, man, I didn't know you could do this with this camera and everything. So I think at the end of the day, it's just a person's vision on what they want to do with the camera, what they can do with the camera, their vision, how they can. Because I think for me also, I get inspired by older movies and everything of how they were just like on a budget, or they were just like independent filmmakers, and they didn't have the greatest camera at the times. But it's kind of funny looking back at the old cameras and stuff that people used to use, especially because they were like independent back in the 70s, and those cameras were considered entry level or not as advanced. But yet now today we'll take those same cameras and call it cool and retro vintage, and like it will probably be the most affordable. But yeah, that's kind of really what I wanted to make. I've just been mostly like getting this thing together. I wanted to do basically create like I'll say it's like a book. I won't say a workbook, but oh, a photography book. But it's one of those things I've just been looking at to try and do. I just don't know if this is. I don't know what the solidarity of. It's weird because it's like this whole thing. I'm just kind of diving first into it. I'm not like the greatest with like all this stuff, but I'm trying to do my best, man. Well, I can't really say I am not the greatest. I am the greatest. I gotta give myself props on something. So it's not easy. It's not It's not something that I can say that I'm 100% sure where the direction is going, but I'm a trusting God and the universe and my own spirit and my spirit guides to guide me through this. Have these visions for these things, but I have to put it in reality. I have to really focus on it and create it and really bring it down here. Use my use my natural like magic and gifts. So yeah. It just feels uncertainty. It's funny, I've never really felt this level of like fear and uncertainty on projects and trying to really improve and try to see where I'm really at, you know, because it's by myself. And I notice every time these alignments happen, this new moon shit. Why is it always around the new moon? People like who like kind of like leave me hanging in the cold later on down the line in the months and everything like that. Like they always like try to like steal my energy and always around me when when they're down and stuff, and they only need me to like, and then they run off and then I never see them again, and I'm like messed up. And so I'm like, I really just cut that out, and it's the perfect time to do that now, especially with the alignments going on right now. And I do feel relieved and fresh, and it's kind of one of those things where now it's like I really don't care. Right now I gotta actually try to do something good and cool. I have to try. I have to really put myself in a different space, and I guess I can't really say. I guess I have to put myself. You know, the only way to do it is create your own way. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. This is In Living God. Stay continuous. I love you all. Peace.